Well, hi everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Kleneski here on this Wednesday morning where more rain, thunderstorms, and severe weather will be a possibility later today. We're seeing actually most of it clear out this morning, the heaviest rain anyway, but we did get some pretty good rain in many areas overnight last night. Some of the hardest hit areas, especially kind of right in here and then also right in here, had some heavy rainfall, especially Sherman County. Well, we do have a flood watch out for southwest Nebraska starting at 4 o'clock this afternoon, continuing until 3 a.m. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if maybe we see some other areas get put into a flood watch here, as we could see some training of thunderstorms and heavy rainfall once again. I'm really concerned about that Sherman County area especially. So, again, as we go through the day today, we're seeing exiting showers and storms to the northeast this morning, but there are other showers kind of right in here. As of the time of this recording, a few showers right in here. These are areas that could continue to see some rainfall today, but then as we get towards about 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock this afternoon, bigger thunderstorms start to fire up along a frontal boundary. Southeastern areas, it's going to be sunny, hot, and humid. Pretty warm and humid in the Tri-Cities area, but again, thunderstorms firing up near our frontal boundary. Cooler and not as humid back to the north and west here, especially with those areas that continue to see showers. There will be a second area of rain and thunderstorms pushing into the panhandle this evening and other parts of western Nebraska. Meanwhile, again, training of thunderstorms. So with storms moving over the same areas over and over again, heavy rainfall is a possibility along with that severe weather threat. Now, again, as we get into your late Friday, Wednesday night, Thursday morning, still some showers and storms around the severe weather threat comes down. We'll start to dry things out back here to the northwest. Cold front now, kind of still in the same areas, will start to slide southeastward. That's going to be the focal point for some continued showers and isolated thunderstorms tomorrow morning. And then maybe some newly developing thunderstorms later in the day could bring a little severe weather to some of these same areas late in the Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening. The rest of the area, I think, will stay dry the rest of Thursday into Thursday night. And in fact, most of us will be dry heading into Friday morning as heat begins to build back in for the end of the week. So, severe weather-wise, and this could change here. The new update comes out at 8 o'clock this morning. But here, as of this morning, from earlier this morning, the Storm Prediction Center does have most of us under at least a marginal risk of severe storms, other than southeastern areas where the threat is lower. But the highest chance is going to be in the slight risk level 2 out of 5 area right in here from Grand Island, Kearney, north and then northeastward here. This is the best chance of severe thunderstorms. Now, all modes of severe weather are possible. The biggest threat is probably going to be damage and wind gusts. There's a little bit of hail that's possible. I would even extend this into these areas here for at least a chance of hail right in here. I don't know why they only decided to go with this here. I would include this area in at least a 5% area. A little bit of large hail possible, but the biggest threat is going to be damaging wind gusts, especially in that slight risk area. There is a low end chance of an isolated tornado or two. That's also a possibility. Jumping ahead to tomorrow, now we're mainly focusing towards southeastern areas for a chance of severe storms near and ahead of our cold front. A little severe weather possible. Then, while most of Wednesday is going to be hot and dry, Friday, late in the day Friday into Friday night, especially Friday evening, some severe weather is going to be possible. Now, this area is a lower chance right in here. And most of us, I don't even think we'll get much, to be honest with you here. I would really think these areas would be the focal point for the chance of some strong to severe storms in the sandhills of Nebraska, level 2 out of 5 slight risk of severe storms. So we'll keep an eye on that area as we get towards Friday, late afternoon into Friday evening. Highs today. Hot and humid to the southeast, cooler, cloudier, not quite as humid back to the north and west. So highs, mid to upper 70s and low 80s right in here. Mid, upper 80s, low 90s as you go to the southeast. Much, much warmer. That boundary kind of right in here, that surface boundary. For the North Platte area, not as warm as the areas farther to the east. So for the North Platte area, quite a few clouds around today, maybe a few showers around, and then later today and into this evening, maybe a few more thunderstorms. The temperatures probably topping out in the upper 70s. The winds won't be terribly strong there for Nebraska land days today. Got cowboy kickball today at 5 o'clock. Might be a little mud kickball maybe there in Nebraska land days. Forecast for tonight, 60s and low 70s, similar to this morning. Still kind of humid out there. Tomorrow, the cold front coming through is going to cool us back slightly in southeastern areas, but it's still going to be very warm. Highs mostly in the 80s, near 90 down in north central Kansas. Tomorrow night, back to the 60s for overnight lows into early Friday morning. Now here comes the heat. Friday starting to build in. Friday highs up into the upper 80s, lower to mid 90s, and it's going to get even hotter into Saturday. Friday night to Saturday morning, 60s and low 70s. Look at the heat on Saturday. That's going to be our hottest day ahead of us here. A lot of mid and upper 90s here before the cold front starts to approach and move through on Sunday. Let's take a look at that extended forecast here. We are going to be looking at, again, a good chance of rain and thunderstorms in the Tri-Cities after 3 p.m. Before that, the chance is pretty low. So we're going to get hot and humid, or at least very warm and humid. Then come the thunderstorms late in the day and into tonight, some of which could linger into tomorrow morning, but they will weaken by that point. By tomorrow afternoon, we're down to a small chance of rain and thunderstorms near that front. Maybe a couple degrees cooler tomorrow, but then the heat builds in Friday and Saturday. A late night thunderstorm chance Saturday night. Still pretty warm on Sunday. Sunday night's our next best chance of rain and thunderstorms after today and tonight. Sunday afternoon into Sunday night, decent chance of rain and thunderstorms. Slight chances will continue Monday and Tuesday, especially at night, as temperatures cool down just a few degrees here. But even though we're cooling down a few degrees, that's pretty close to average, actually. And then by the 3rd and then the 4th of July, we'll be back up around maybe even above 90 degrees. There is, I'm looking at long-range models for the 4th of July, and right now it looks like a pretty solid chance of rain early Friday morning, which is the 4th of July, so maybe before sunrise. But the chances do actually look lower for most of the day on the 4th of July and into Friday evening, of course, for fireworks and things like that. But overnight thunderstorms before the 4th of July would look like a good possibility here. Looking at North Platte, kind of a cooler day than the Tri-Cities with more clouds around, some showers, and then later today and into this evening, more in the way of showers and thunderstorms a possibility. Low wind, severe weather threat there. Some of that lingers into early Thursday. Then we pretty much dry out for most of Thursday and again most of Friday. Friday evening, a small chance of rain and thunderstorms, another small chance Saturday night. We are going to see temperatures heat up Friday into Saturday, starting to cool down Sunday, and then again back in the 80s Monday, Tuesday as well. Next best chance of rain and thunderstorms after today and tonight will come Sunday afternoon into Sunday night, early Monday morning. Then some slight chances Monday and Tuesday. Just like the Tri-Cities long range, we cool down slightly, but then we're warming back up close to, if not above 90 degrees next Thursday and Friday going into the 4th of July. And again, like I said, with the Tri-Cities area, North Platte, we'll watch that early morning chance of thunder showers, thunderstorms, widespread rain before the sun comes up on the 4th of July. So long range, the Climate Prediction Center looking ahead to the middle of next week through the following Tuesday, the 8th of July, has us near to a slightly above average temperature-wise. So that's going to put us probably mid to upper 80s, low 90s during most of that time frame. That's kind of what we're looking at right now. Very cool air in the desert southwest, or at least cooler than average air because of monsoon season kicking in, where a lot of moisture could be coming there. Most of the country could actually see above average precipitation. We've got more opportunities in the next couple of weeks here. But could be some really good rainfall in the desert southwest. You know, that's something they see in July. It's hard to believe in the July you think desert, but when the winds start to come in off the Pacific and Baja of California, in the Gulf of Mexico or the Gulf of California here, that's when they start to get some of that switch in the wind gets them some of their moisture, and they can get rain and thunderstorms and localized flooding in the canyons and things like that too. So a lot of rain in the southwest U.S. All right, with that, I'm going to let you all go for today. I want to thank you all for watching on this Wednesday morning. Again, watch for that severe weather threat later today, and maybe more importantly for some of you, watch that flash flooding threat, especially if you start to get a lot of rain in a short amount of time. It could be coming down really hard for a time. Well, everybody, thank you for watching. I will see you all again on Thursday. Talk to you later. Bye.